hell is wrong with me? My mind just won't stop.
The most common message I get from new students, I say, well, how was the meditation? Is, well, my mind was really busy. I think a lot.
The reality is you just have a lot more junk in your head to clear out than you can clear out in 20 minutes a day.
I definitely felt like a lack of desire to even be practicing.
Daily meditation practice?
Because the mind is so convincing. It begins to look at life as one big problem. It's kind of frustrating. This isn't good. Why would I be sitting here in frustration? I could go do something else. Like, let go.
For me, it took a sustained amount of time. I meditated for an hour or more per day, and then only after that was my mind clear enough.
I'm going to meditate for an hour a day for 7 days. And while I've been meditating for years, I have never practiced for this long every day. I really hope it's helpful. Day 1 complete. That was difficult. Right out the gate, my mind was very active and trying to judge the experience. My legs just were hurting. I mean, it was a challenge. Today was hard. My intention for day 1 was just to be radically accepting. The early stages of meditation are kind of maddening. Hey, you're in my frame, buddy. Can you see me? The style of meditation I'll be practicing this week is mindfulness, and mindfulness is simply the practice of coming back to the present moment over and over.
If you want to cut down on monkey mind, the first step is just to become aware of it and kind of observe it like a really shitty comedy in your head. You're just like, what is my brain doing? This doesn't make any sense.
So I'm simply practicing awareness of noticing how busy my mind can get and just trying to guide that mind back to the present moment. As much as it wants to go and think, my job is just to over and over come back to the present moment. And that present moment can be my body, my breath, or the sounds around me. Mindfulness has been incredibly helpful for me over the years. I, like many others, get anxiety and have an overactive mind. When I first got into this, what really came up was, why was I never taught this at a younger age? Why was I never taught how to have a better relationship with my own thoughts? The idea is that hopefully by the end of this week, I feel some change. I don't want to have my expectations too high, but my goal with this is that by the end of the week, I have some sort of shifts. This time, I just felt like a much easier ability to just surrender to the fact that it's going to be a long time, it's going to be difficult, but it was just so much more easeful and peaceful today. I did this first thing in the morning. There's just a natural quiet to the morning. And then 2, my legs didn't hurt as bad today. Before this session, I did literally like 3 minutes of just like warming up my body to be in sitting, but still didn't go perfectly. The neighbor's dog was barking outside for like 30 minutes. My mind wants to kind of like follow that. Can I just come back and can I just be with it? Just something I found funny is that the first thing I did after that meditation was come out into my living room. I can go a week or 2 without remembering to water my plants, but I just like looked at my plants and felt like this, aw, they're thirsty. When I started watering my plants. And I even took like the little ones that are in the shade a lot and I put them on the windowsill. I just found that kind of funny. So I know you're not supposed to say that there are good meditations and bad meditations. What matters is that you do the practice. Today felt like a bad meditation. I felt like I was thinking 99% of the time. I want to believe that I'm on a linear track of progress. I definitely felt like a lack of desire to even be practicing. Like I woke up with a sense of dread. I didn't want to really do it. A little discouraging today. All of this is just me becoming familiar with my mind. And if anything, I'm learning discipline. After about 20 minutes of sitting here, I was ready to get up and be done. I don't think I would push through that level of resistance had I not kind of made this bold claim that I was going to do this for 7 days in a row. Because the mind is so convincing. It was like, this is pointless. Staying the course, trusting the process, and grateful that this video is holding me accountable.
Our minds secrete thoughts like our bodies secrete enzymes. It's just what minds do. They think. It's part of survival. It's supposed to happen. It ensures survival. It ensures flourishing. So we're not trying to stop thoughts, and we're not trying to control thoughts. What we are intending is cultivating a wise relationship with thoughts.
So I woke up, cuddled the dog for a little bit, and then I finally got up. And then I started making some tea. I ate some grapes. I drank my tea. I stepped out into the sun, and then I put my cactus in the sun, my new little cactus. It's very cute. I even did the biggest no-no of all before meditating. Don't ever do this before you meditate. It makes things a lot harder. I entered Instagram. I know what you're thinking. Why would you do it? Despite all the distractions, I'm optimistic that I can have a really nice meditation this morning because I feel up for it. I feel actually excited to meditate. I'm curious how this slightly caffeinated tea will impact my meditation. You know, caffeine is a stimulant. Will that help me, or will that allow my thoughts to kind of take on a new level of legs? Caffeine usually is not the best idea, but that felt like a really powerful session. I think the playful and lightness of the way it started plunged me into a really receptive, curious, willing place. Overall, today was the best day yet. In terms of like any shifts that have happened internally, it does remind me of what I felt when I first started meditating. Like when I first started meditating and just doing 10 minutes a day. Throughout my day, I would feel this like moment of choice. I would feel something happen. I could feel my body react. And because I had been meditating, I was connected with my body enough to kind of know that put me in a weird state. And then I had a choice. Do I want to allow this to continue to kind of keep me here in this like contracted state? Or can I do what I practiced in my meditation, which is like let go. I've just noticed I've had more choice. I've just been a little less unconscious. Obviously, you can't change your life completely in 3 days, but I'm starting to see the seeds that if I continued to water them could be really significant. My roommate had a reflection that I've seemed happy, and I kind of agreed with him. I looked back over the last 3 days, no matter how well I felt like the meditation went, these last few days, I've had good days. And I'm not someone who like is happy all the time. I'm someone who very much struggles and goes through ups and downs and ups and downs. I'm curious if sitting down for an hour and essentially feeling and allowing thoughts to come and go has allowed for a more light expression of mine throughout the day. And maybe throughout my days, I'm just taking my thoughts and feelings a little less serious. So as great as the meditation went yesterday, I woke up today and felt like I just kind of wanted to get on with my day and have kind of a more active Sunday. So I'm delaying my meditation till this evening, which typically for me is a big no-no, but for the sake of the experiment, I'm curious to see how it goes. We're at a dog cafe park right now. It's almost 9 o'clock and I thought I would only edit for like an hour. Ended up being 3 hours. It's been a long day. Still haven't meditated, so I'm gonna do that now. Curious to see if I have the concentration required to kind of keep focused. I'm really, really grateful I'm doing this. And there's just a level of depth I'm reaching with these meditations that I don't think I would have otherwise had. I can be somebody that is always kind of looking at my life for ways to improve it. I'm always looking at what's not working, what I could do better. And tonight's meditation, I really felt, especially towards the end, when I know the meditation's close to wrapping up, I try to just connect to my heart and feel the feelings I want to feel. If I want love, I just feel love. If I want to be rich, I just feel this sense of like safety and abundance. It's the Joe Dispenza, don't wait till you have it to feel it. So I'm trying to train my body to feel the things that I want. And today, I just started feeling into my heart and I just felt grateful. Sometimes I can be in such a rush to get to something, as if where I'm at right now isn't enough. And so I'm in this perpetual, I need to get there, I need to get there. And then once I get there, it's like, then I need to get there. It's just this never-ending chase. And so I'm really grateful for this practice because I got to taste a sliver of it tonight of what happens when I just feel at peace with where my life is at. Day 5 complete, day 6 first thing in the morning. My mind was super active today. Honestly, it was one of the more frustrating ones was today, which is humbling because just when I think I have it all figured out, of course, a hard one comes. did it. 7 days of meditation for an hour a day. Proud of myself for doing this. Meditation is the hardest thing I think I can do. It's the most counterintuitive thing for my monkey body mind to do, like to sit still, do nothing for an extended amount of time. And it reminds me of this kind of phrase that when we do the hard things, our life becomes easier. And when we're perpetually doing the easy things, we seemingly have a hard life. Meditation, especially for an hour a day, has been incredibly hard, but it has made the rest of my life just feel a lot easier. The biggest takeaway from this week, meditation is sitting and wrestling with the bear, and the bear is our mind, and the bear is inherently bigger than us and more relentless than us, but ultimately with practice we become skillful at navigating life with that bear, and I'm learning to redirect it over and over and over. I'm not the first person to say this, but the goal isn't to quiet the mind completely. The goal isn't to kill the bear. The goal is to come back into right relationship with that bear, with the mind, so that we can go about our lives choosing, is this a moment where my mind is really required or not? Is this a moment where I just want to kind of drop into my senses and be present with what's in front of me? Or is this a moment where I want to use my beast of a mind to fucking go and solve problems? It's solving problems. All it does, solve problems, like looking for threats. You might want to do this or that, or this or that. It's like predicting the future, learning from the past, replaying, solving problems over and over and over, forever and never. The problem with a mind that is unkept, problem with letting the bear run the show, is that it begins to look at life as one big problem, because the mind is just never stopping. It's just going and going. It's never brought back. It's never kept in check. And so life becomes this big problem to solve when the mind is running the show. 7 days of meditation has helped me just see a glimpse of what is life like when life isn't one big problem to solve.